This loser turns out to be a top assassin. A small-time thug pours a drink over his head, yet he doesn't dare to fight back. The thug even insults him, calling him a kept man. Just moments ago, the couple was enjoying an intimate moment when a few hooligans deliberately took a photo of the scene. When Ethan saw it, he wanted them to delete the video. However, the thugs, right in front of him, directly uploaded the photos to the internet. Ethan's wife, afraid that her honest husband would get beaten up, was ready to leave with him. Who would have thought the hooligans would provoke them again, even mocking the wife for being old and unattractive? Despite such humiliation, Ethan ultimately chose to endure it. His wife kept comforting him, saying she didn't care about the thugs' idle talk and didn't want her husband to fight. But deep down, she hoped her husband could toughen up. So the next day, the wife signed up for a kickboxing class, venting her anger on the punching bag. She even accidentally injured the woman next to her. She complained to the woman that her husband was too honest and very conservative, refusing to use mobile phones or computers. Meanwhile, Ethan had been suffering from insomnia for the past few days. He kept rinsing his body with cold water, trying to stay calm. But lying in bed, the images of humiliation kept replaying in his mind. However, he didn't know that the photos uploaded a few days ago had exposed his location. When he was shopping with his son, he noticed an unfamiliar face. The reflection in the glass confirmed that this person was coming for him. Although he hadn't trained for many years, his skills were still very agile. He kicked the opponent to the ground with one move. With one hand protecting his son, he easily blocked the assassin's attacks with the other. Even so, the assassin was no match for him. Just as he was feeling slightly sorry for the chaos he had caused, the assassin suddenly crawled up and quickly pushed him away, nearly injuring the child by mistake. Ethan was completely enraged and single-handedly beat the assassin to a pulp. Finally, amid the surprised expressions of the neighbors, he walked out of the supermarket. Knowing he had been exposed, Ethan raced home, drifting into the driveway and stunning the neighbors. He rushed into the house, used a knife to scrape open the staircase wall, and pressed the button under the coin. The staircase mechanism opened, revealing the equipment he had hidden for 18 years. Inside were a gun, an expired passport, and 2 large bundles of cash. Unfortunately, the passport had expired, so he called his former partner, requesting a new set of identities for the whole family. His partner was shocked that he was still alive. Ethan had no time to explain and quickly hung up the phone, hurriedly packing his bags. He found his wife and children and told them they were going on a trip to Europe. In his wife's eyes, the usually staid and honest man suddenly became romantic. She was as happy as a child. However, just as they drove out of the underground garage, Ethan saw someone in an SUV by the roadside staring intently at them. So, using a passing bus as cover, he immediately switched to another exit. But the black car soon caught up with them. Ethan sharply turned the steering wheel into a small road. With years of experience, he confirmed they were being followed. He immediately drove the car into a repair shop, pretending to have it inspected, and raised it up. Sure enough, he found a tracking device under the chassis, then found a newly repaired sports car and chatted with a colleague who had just had his car repaired, then persuaded him to try out the car on the highway. The assassin, catching a glimpse of the location, hastily pursued but ultimately lost track of them. They arrived at Ethan's house but still couldn't find any clues. By this time, the family had already started their road trip. Ethan still couldn't relax. He snatched the family's mobile phones and threw them into the water. Everyone in the family felt this man was very strange now. But only Ethan knew this was the only way to ensure the family's safety. Follow for part 2 and don't forget to like and comment.